We can tell.
They're huge moments when you think
Please
about it.
Please take any seat, thank you.
I mean, again, these are kids.
Steve Ulrich, the chair umpire from Gainesville, Florida.
Ushers, please stop the traffic behind Mr. Sampras.
It's going to be hard for the ushers to ush this. There are people just this place is crawling with people wanting to see this match.
Stop the traffic.
Can't you feel the buzz though still? I think from the final, from the Sabatini match, and this has been a wonderful day of tennis, as we call it, Super Saturday.
McEnroe to serve. Play.
A lot of these people are going to try to help McEnroe win this match.
Please take a seat.
Always amazed me about him. He sees everything, the least bit of movement. As vast as this stadium is, he sees everything.
Love.
This was only a couple of weeks ago when John McEnroe fell to Pete Sampras in 3, but he wasn't playing nearly the kind of tennis he's put together at the U.S. Open. Of course, Pete Sampras wasn't coming up with the stuff he's come up with here either.
Don't think the results of that match don't help this young man right here, Sampras. Call it not important, not as important, whatever, but he's saying, hey, I beat him the only time we played.
Takes away some of the awe factor.
(30-15).
To mix it up well all day against Pete Sampras, establish the flat one to the forehand. I think that's Dustin Hoffman there watching on, so that he can go for the wide one as well. See this one already, he's making Pete guess where it's going. He'll also want to be jamming into the Sampras body on the second serve.
First game.
The perfect start. So John McEnroe, he wins the first game of the first set. Men's semifinal. See who plays Agassi.
15 love.
Sampras serving. McEnroe has one game.
Oh. 30 love.
Sampras does a good job of moving his serve around the box, too. His favorite one is the flat one up the middle. That one.
In both courts, actually. The Ed court, he comes down the center. At least that's what he did effectively against Lendl.
(30-15).
The offensive lob, a little top spin. Sampras gets his racket on it, can't do anything with it. Then good preparation. Watch it get ready with that racket. That's the key. If you look at the ball and get the racket ready, you always have a chance.
30-15.
40-15. 40-30.
Something that McEnroe has to try to do against Pete Sampras. He's a good volleyer, but McEnroe must make him volley, especially those tough ones, the low ones.
That was clocked 106. Let's see what they clocked the second serve at, because he hits it awfully hard.
Deuce.
That says 83.
And out.
Advantage Sampras.
Good coverage at the net here by Sampras. Good long reach. He was setting up just to the left of the center line, our left, looking for the down the line, and he was right. But then he got plenty on it.
Deuce.
It's Tatum O'Neal in the corner.
Advantage Sampras. Game Sampras.
Game to Sampras. Tomorrow it's the season premiere.
Love 15.
First double fault by McEnroe. Love 15.
Last Grand Slam John McEnroe won was 6 years ago when he won this one.
I don't know what this is about.
He must be hearing some cameras click or something.
I think he's probably telling him, get me on my good side.
Quiet, please.
The second serve of McEnroe will be a key. If he serves well, has some bite to it. If it doesn't, Sampras will try to take advantage of it.
Love 30.
McEnroe's second serve. Good one. Had a lot of bite on it. This one close to the baseline. Sampras had looked at the linesperson after the point, and he does a great job here. John makes a good smash, didn't direct it real well.
This is just where John McEnroe does not want to be. Facing
Love
great
40.
points this early in the first set.
You can understand a little bit better when the other person does it to you, though, can't you? You know, if he makes good shots.
He's missed some first serves, though, and that's cost him.
Third ace.
15-40.
Still 15-40, however.
30-40. Sampras leads 2-1. Love.
An event you might be just joining us earlier today. Andre Agassi beat Boris Becker in the other men's semifinal to advance to the final, and Gabriela Sabatini defeated the defending champion Stephanie Graf to win the women's championship.
30 love.
30 love.
Sampras leads 3-1.
And fairly convincing fashion. Big serves. John made some good returns. He just blocked it off.
Fairly casual.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks, I've watched him some of his other matches here. He sometimes looks very lackadaisical in what I feel are very critical situations. Surprising.
He's 19.
You know he's got the goods, this guy, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
You can just tell.
Serve. Love 15.
Second double fault by McEnroe. One spot left for the winner of this match to face Agassi tomorrow. And that'll be at 4 o'clock Eastern time here on CBS right after football tomorrow.
On.
4 aces for McEnroe.
It's paying for him when he goes to that forehand side. That's where his aces have been directed. Forehand side is the weaker side of the service anyway. There he's going for it again. It's dangerous, but it's erratic. His backhand is more solid, Sampras's.
15-30.
Going to the forehand side by McEnroe is not really his natural serve. He's capable of doing it, but I wonder if he can do it consistently enough, long enough. Because the natural for a lefty is to swing it just like as a righty the other way.
Well, his lefty swing would be a lot more effective if he establishes first that he can go both ways.
That's for
plus
sure.
into the body, and that's the whole trick, being a change-up server like McEnroe.
30.
Again, goes right down the tee, right to the forehand side.
You almost have to give the left-hander that in the ad court. If you start standing out there to cover that, it can take you out of court with a swing.
40-30.
He likes his backhand.
You know, when you have a good backhand and you know how to position yourself, then you don't really mind a left-handed serve swinging you out that way. It's those who have a little shaky off the backhand side that don't like it.
Number 6, and that time
Advantage McEnroe.
he gave it a lefty swing.
Game McEnroe.
We'll be back at the U.S. Open after this word from
Sampras leads 3-2. Quiet, please.
At Summerall with Tony Trabert and Murray Carrillo. Men's semifinal.
Quiet, please.
McEnroe and Sampras. Sampras to serve, leading 3-2 first set.
Love.
It's his first ace, 120 miles an hour. Or was it? McEnroe isn't sure.
It's in the record books.
Steve Ulrich sticking with it.
Quiet, please.
You be the judge.
Love.
Watch the good touch on the backhand angled volley. Very natural player at the net. He moves very well, covers it extremely well.
Love.
I don't think there's been a more interesting player in tennis since John McEnroe. It's Pete Sampras. He's got so many shots. Look how well he's doing on first serve points in there. There's McEnroe's chance on second serve.
Game Sampras. Sampras leads 4-2.
That's the situation here in the semifinal. Red Sox beat Seattle. Toronto shut out the White Sox. This is football now. Texas upset Penn State. Maryland beat West Virginia. Tennessee strong over Mississippi State.
15 love.
He's really getting injured on that second serve, McEnroe. And here comes another one.
And that says a lot for his opponent. His groundies. Boy, that's a great example of short preparation on the passing shot when you're in close.
15 all.
You're more interested in disguise and direction. Watch Sampras's racket right here. He doesn't take it back very far. He just holds it about right by his hip. You can't tell where he's going with it. Beautifully done. noticed it, like, who are you?
It wasn't a bad serve. It was over 100 miles an hour. It didn't matter a bit to Pete Sampras.
A lot of people are saying, where'd this guy come from? He's moved his ranking up in the last couple of years very dramatically.
A very talented player.
Even that miss he just made, that backhand that went into the net, it was interesting. You know, it had a lot of imagination to it.
Trying to get it low, make him volley up.
McEnroe feels the pressure to do a lot with that first serve. To penetrate Sampras. It's missing.
It's the break point.
30-40.
Sampras is well inside the baseline and just cranks up on his forehand. And that really was hit with a lot of pace. Here's another look. He's inside. He coils the upper body. Got over the top of the ball just a little. Had topspin to bring it down into the court. Have a chance to break this first set wide open here. Was there. Fred Perry, Don Budge, Vic Zacius, Frank Parker. History of the game.
15 love.
I think that's one of the reasons why Pete Sampras is such a good player. It looks like he grew up playing with a wooden racket. His idol isn't Ford or McEnroe. His idol is Rod Laver. He used to watch old tapes of Laver playing Rosewall back in the early 70s. Watching how good that guy was.
Picked a good guy, didn't he?
Yeah, really.
30 love.
Sampras has now won 12 straight points on his serve.
Shadows can't help things. Shortly, the shadow will be all the way across the court. Now that was a second serve clocked at 105. Look at John. Have another look. This is the second serve now. Max thinking about maybe I'll take it early and come in. Where'd it go?
McEnroe's only had 2 winners his whole set. Sampras more than a dozen.
Game, first set, Sampras, 6-2.
Goes to Sampras, 6-2. And rather easily, too.
31 minutes.
Hard to make 20,000 people sound this quiet, but Pete Sampras has done a great job of doing just that.
And you know, the other thing, Mary, I think is that though people started here for McEnroe, if they sense that Sampras is bona fide and does a good job and hitting ahead, they'll get behind him too, and they'll try to show their appreciation for one of our young, up-and-coming stars in America.
Love. 30 love.
Through the years with Pete Sampras. You can see how he has progressed up the ranks.
But even in the last 6 months, his game has improved so much. He's cut out a lot of, he used to spray a lot of shots all over the court. Tended to go too much. And when you have the big shots that Pete Sampras has, you want to hit them. But in the last few months, he's really learned when to go for them and when to keep them in his pocket and play something else.
Last year here, he upset Vilander, where he losing to Noah in the round of 16. He beat Lendl this year.
(40-15).
A missed volley like that doesn't seem very important right now at 40 love. But, you know, sometimes all of a sudden that 40 love lead just evaporates. You wish you were a little more careful with that first point.
Game McEnroe. First game, second set.
The first game of the second set. It is 8-8.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet please.
McEnroe has won the first game of the second set. Sampras about to serve. Very, very impressive so
Speaking
far.
of serving, Pat, Sampras really served
Please
well.
take a
He
seat
lost
behind
4
the players.
points
Thank you.
on his first service game, held it, and he hadn't lost a point on his serve since. He won 14 straight points. And boy, that puts pressure on the other guy.
That's pretty good.
Not only returning, but on your own service. I can't afford to have a bad game.
(15-love). (15-all).
Short return in front of Sampras coming in. Pete tried to get the ball down. That was what he's trying to accomplish right here, but it stayed up, and McEnroe closed quickly, got it before it got below the top of the net. Just long.
15-30.
McEnroe has to hope that just what he did there, the rushing of the serve, the returns, will make Sampras press some. Maybe get a double fault or two out of him at a crucial time.
(30-all).
That's 3 aces for Sampras. 30-all.
(40-30).
He plays with such an air of confidence, not arrogance.
No, it just looks like he was born to this line of work.
Game Sampras. 1-all.
Pretty impressive how he can just shut down a surge like that from McEnroe. He had been in trouble. McEnroe was bunting back some good returns, and he did a pretty nice job on that one. But Sampras can still take the offensive.
Here.
Yeah.
Because if you're forcing a baseline, you can still respond. You can serve and volley.
Sampras couldn't start out that way. When he was a kid, he actually had a two-handed backhand.
15 low.
Then he decided he wanted to win Wimbledon one day, and that if he was going to do that, he was going to start serving and volleying, and he dropped his two-handed backhand.
First serve.
Sampras was born in Maryland, then moved out to California at a
all.
young age to get some of the best coaching from there. And again, I'm real glad that he changed his backhand, because this is one of the best in the game already. A lot of fine coaches have worked on Sampras' game.
They got results.
Left for serve.
How they call that a let? Not going to be a let.
I don't know. It was a let.
I think Steve Over was saying Cyclops went off too early, maybe.
It did.
For serve. Quiet, please.
Very strange decision on that last
15-30.
point, because once McEnroe struck the ball and then Cyclops goes off, it had no effect on anything. It was a fault. Here's another look at the backhand down the line on the return. All John could do is shake his head. Early preparation, good contact, made contact in front of the body, firm wrist, all those good things. Two break points now.
15-40.
He's just killing that second serve of McEnroe.
He really is. Here it comes. And John's got a veer looking for the ball down the line. See, he was planning, looking like he was going to go to his right, and the ball went out the other way.
Quiet, please.
As you watch Sampras, you can't ever tell whether he's smiling, sort of grinning, or whether he's grimacing. Ace number 9.
Deuce.
Full stretch by McEnroe, right down the center. And again, you almost have to give him that one. It's perfectly struck.
Advantage McEnroe.
one thing about the good solid returns, when you hit it with good pace, you don't give that guy coming in a lot of time to think about what to do with it. He has to respond instantly.
It's deuce again.
Advantage Sampras.
Here he is taking it early, not too big a swing. Makes contact in front, directs it well. And because McEnroe stands a ways away from that center stripe, he has more distance to cover to get over that sideline.
Another break point.
Deuce.
If you get Sampras moving on the return, if he has to take a step, then you've hurt him. But if he all he has to do is stretch, he can hurt you. That was a good one. Again, Sampras had to move his feet. That means McEnroe had enough on the ball.
Advantage McEnroe. Game McEnroe.
Hey, McEnroe. He leads 2-1 in the second set.
McEnroe leads 2-1.
You're just an absolute farce, you know that?
Steve Ulrich times it.
Seats please. Quiet please. Thank you.
He's got a stopwatch he puts on the players as soon as that last point is played. And evidently John McEnroe went over the time.
Ready for play. Thank you.
I think he was horsing around with his shoes a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet please.
He had changed shoes.
And his bandana.
The other ones have gotten blown off by Sampras. But that was an important hold of McEnroe's last game.
Second double fault by Sampras.
All.
This is what it looks like coming right at you.
$30-15.
To this game.
2 aces, 2 double faults.
Right.
Nobody's had to hit a second ball. That's Joe Brandy in the yellow cap there. He's been working with Pete Sampras of late. Here he is, and he says he's not working on strokes. He's working on teaching the kid how to play points.
It's one in the green hat.
Game Sampras.
Oh boy, McEnroe knew he had chances in that
2
game.
all.
With 2 double faults here, that deuce point could have been his. Sampras once again bangs his way out of trouble.
And that makes it 2 all.
Something on that volley.
15 love.
If McEnroe didn't get some good pace on this one, because it went across Sampras, he would have been able to reach it. He just had too much pace.
I think Sampras has very effectively sent the message across the
all.
net that McEnroe is going to have to raise his game just to stay with him. Look at that. Only 2 unforced errors.
And a lot of winners.
Amazing.
Yeah. 30-15.
McEnroe's wife Tatum in the sunglasses.
Game McEnroe.
He leads 3-2 in the second set.
McEnroe leads 3-2.
2-3.
Yeah. 15 love.
Sampras has played only 1 service game that wasn't really airtight when he double faulted twice, and McEnroe still wasn't able to complete it.
He's already lost 8 points on his serve, and 3 of those were double faults.
So John's going to have to do a lot with these second serves. He doesn't get a lot of chances. There's one.
That ball going out.
Yeah.
I think he probably thought so too, Pete. Decided to take it anyway. McEnroe trying to get ready, stay alert for these serves. Get on them.
Sampras has only lost 1 point when he gets his first serve in, so it's been very effective.
Mac wanted to call wide. It looked good to me. Looked like it went real into the short part of the box. Well, sure, it surely could have been wide now on second thought.
Unbelievable. You know that? Why? Of all the people, why do you have to be here? Why?
John has done this in the past. He's in trouble.
Let's play.
He's struggling.
30 all.
Mr. and Mrs. McEnroe. Sunglasses on the right. Kay in the orange outfit.
Peter Renner, a real old buddy of McEnroe's, right in front of Mr. Mac. Another lefty from New York. It wasn't bad at all. Ren and McEnroe are still very good buddies. Here's his chance. Again, McEnroe tried to climb all over the second serve, and he did a pretty good job of it. Sampras had time to hit this one.
Quiet,
bagged it
please.
into the net, so this gives John McEnroe his first look at a break point.
Deuce.
He's rushing. Did you hear him? He just said to himself, I'm rushing.
Advantage to McEnroe.
That was just a miss. That was a horrible miss.
He's 0 for 2, McEnroe, but Sampras is feeling it now. He's feeling the weight of this moment. This could give Johnny Mac a 4-2 lead in the second set.
Deuce.
Another beauty, 116 miles per hour. Look at that, 23 for 24 on first serves for Sampras.
Oh, John Carlos Goody's walking away. McEnroe is walking to the other court.
Same mind to him, too. McEnroe's not barking at her this time. That looked real good.
Quiet, please.
That looked great.
When it's this close, you can't expect the umpire to overrule. See, the ball has disappeared. It's right on the line.
Yeah, that looks good.
John knew it. He started to walk away.
Advantage McEnroe.
Good hands by McEnroe. Short backswing on the return. Set up nicely. And then this one really good. Not too big a swing. Just beat him into the open gap. It's a secret when it's going fast. You got to shorten your preparation. Use the speed on it.
Second serve.
John did a good job to get out of the way and get that ball back, but there's no way he could attack off of it.
The Mayor of New York, Mayor Jenkins, an avid Mets fan.
Advantage Sampras.
Thanked him at the dinner last night for helping on the airplane situation, because it's really been a pleasure having it this year. He was very instrumental in getting that done.
game, Sampras.
That was a great game played by Pete Sampras. Twice, McEnroe had to break him, had chances for it. The window opened, he slammed it shut.
Pancho Segura, sorry, Patrick. Saw a lot of his two-handers go by me in their pro career.
He's worked with Pete Sampras. I mean, it's amazing how many great coaches have worked with Pete Sampras. Robert Lansdorf for a time. Pancho Segura has taken a look at his game, thinks he's got all the talent in the world to be #1.
Up in the locker room a few days ago, I was talking to Sampras and Lansdorf said, you dumped me when you were 12, you started to show some promise, you bagged me.
He, of course, instrumental in Tracy Austin's great game, among others.
15 all. $15-13.
Winners to 5 tells part of the story.
And far fewer errors. That's how well Sampras is playing.
First serve.
Tough spot for McEnroe here. 15-30 in the second serve. Two break points now.
15-40.
See, McEnroe doesn't get much on his first volley. No sting to it. Not very deep. Gave Sampras plenty of time to set up and decide which way he wanted to go with it. He took advantage of it, so now he's got 2 break points, looking in good shape.
Makes it look very easy.
Good mechanics. Good serve.
It moved. It really hit the court and moved.
Sampras leads 4-3.
This word from your local station. Stadium, Pete Sampras, excuse me.
Thank you. Quiet, please.
And John McEnroe. Sampras leading 4-3.
Hasn't lost his serve. And McEnroe's lost his 3 times.
Quiet, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Oops. Turned his left ankle just a little bit there. You can see him grimace. Appears to be okay.
15 all.
Good hands by Sampras, but watch how quickly McEnroe gets onto the short one. He's up there before Sampras can recover. He doesn't have to do much with it, just don't miss it.
But by the way, he moved in the very next point. It doesn't look like he'd gotten enough weight down on his ankle to really hurt himself.
Here again, watch his left foot or his feet banged into one another. See, then he just sort of turned it. Fortunately, he didn't hurt himself.
Just out.
Good hustle by McEnroe, trying to do anything to fight, scratch, and claw to get into this thing. Watch it.
30 all.
He was hoping, but it just went wide. Constant pressure by Sampras with the serve, with the volley, with the return of serve. Really not giving John any feeling he can really get into it. First serve percentages this set not as good for Sampras.
Terrific shot by McEnroe.
Off the tough second serve, too. This one has a lot of action on it. It's pretty deep. Mac walks right into it. See, he started inside that baseline, and the direction was what paid off for him, not necessarily the speed of shot. Here.
Advantage McEnroe.
Break point.
Well, you got to give McEnroe credit. Watch how deep this return comes. And then look at the touch volley. Not an easy one. Stabbed at it. Directed it perfectly. And he's got his first break of the match to level at 4-all. Watch. What does he think of it?
Boy, he's had to work awfully hard to get that break.
He really has. Sampras won the first set.
If that's the level that McEnroe can achieve to stay with Sampras, this will be some match.
New balls.
15 love.
John knows he's only gotten even. He's not out ahead, so he's got a lot of work to do. Can't let down.
Double fault. That's number 3 by McEnroe. 15 all.
The flags are hanging limp up top, which means there's not a whole lot of breeze down there. Not to affect anyone.
Just perfect. he was serving the new ball.
It's a terrific return again. John gets over there, couldn't handle it.
He's got to be that much quicker to the net, McEnroe. I mean, these balls, he's got to keep pace with the speed of shot from Pete Sampras.
Another great return right at McEnroe's feet.
15-40.
And once again, McEnroe is asked to hit a very difficult first volley. Look where he makes it from the tee. And that's how quickly it's coming back to him. And of course, that sets up any kind of play Sampras wants. I guess you can have big return games if you can hold your own serve so comfortably.
30-40.
Well, that was a real chance for Sampras because he had time to set up for this one right here. He stayed down to it, just caught the tape.
A little lazy on that in the footwork department. That happens to Pete sometimes. Well, I haven't seen it this year at the U.S. Open. It's something that tends to creep into his game.
Kraft thought it was an ace.
They wanted to
Quiet,
be an ace.
please. Sampras leads 5-4.
Ball number 4. Sampras leads 5-4 in the second set. What they usually do.
Gotta be disappointing for McEnroe. He fought so hard to get that break for 4-all and then it's broken right back.
I'd say that's the best time. He told me that this was the toughest ticket in sports this Saturday. Good ball by McEnroe.
Love 15.
Unbelievable. Justin Hoffman, often in attendance here.
15 all.
That's a tough seat.
Made it.
$15-30.
Sampras gets the ball down as McEnroe comes in. Gets it down again. Now he guesses cross court. Watch him go real quickly the other way. And that cost him.
You better be ready for that second serve.
30 all.
It's not like you can climb all over it.
No.
It's almost 90 miles an hour.
And if he serves it straight at him, makes it that much tougher. That's awfully good.
$30-40.
Stretched out wide, directs it down the line. Good volley by Sampras, the best he could do, but couldn't recover quickly enough. And it's break point McEnroe. again, straight at him.
Right off the line, it seemed.
Yep. Courageous second serve. Sampras not getting as many first serves in as he did in the first set.
Serving it deep. And a good strong first serve that time.
Advantage Sampras.
122 miles an hour.
Gets him to set point.
Game, second set, Sampras, 6-4.
Sampras wins the second set, 6-4.
Please
He
keep
won
your
the first
seats
6-2.
for one more game. Play continues.
As long as he has played
Seats,
at the
please.
Open, McEnroe has never come
Sampras leads 2 sets
from
to love.
2 sets down
Please
to win.
keep your seats.
He's 0-5 when he's been in that situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, seats please. Play continues.
Sampras' coach trying to be calm and relaxed.
Well, that's how
Ladies
Pete
and
is.
gentlemen, seats please. Seats, please.
This whole situation
Quiet, please. Thank
doesn't
you.
seem foreign to Pete Sampras at all.
No, not at all.
Now we talked at the opening this last match, or saying if the moment doesn't get him, I thought he had a good chance. Right from the opening play, the moment did not get him.
First serve. Love.
McEnroe knows this is the best look he's had at a run for a Grand Slam title in a long time.
John McEnroe Sr. with
I mean,
White K.
that he's come back from he showed such utter formlessness at Wimbledon, losing there first round. To show up at the U.S. Open just a few months later and be playing so well really heartened him. But on this day, it would be a remarkable comeback to go up against a kid who's playing this well.
And not to take anything away from John, but he's beaten a lot of ground strokers and clay courters, the two Sanchez's, Chesnikov, David Wheaton, the only real serve and volleyer.
That's the final now. Maryland beat West Virginia. And Nebraska got it rolling 60-14. That's the final. Oklahoma over UCLA. Fourth quarter, 31-14. Texas Tech and Ohio State tied at 10 apiece. Third quarter, Florida 26-7 over Oklahoma State.
Steve Spurrier's debut, his alma mater.
Well, he can do no wrong.
All.
5 double faults by McEnroe. 30 all.
Weren't really in the mood for football down there in Gainesville with those tragedies.
Oh boy, they're terrible.
Good serve.
40-30.
shot.
Deuce.
Laser shot.
Chris Everett. Her husband, Andy Mill.
Looks like they like each other.
Advantage McEnroe. Game McEnroe. First game, third set.
First game of the third set.
The first week, I should say, with all the matches on all those outside courts. People love it.
Quiet, please.
Sampras up 2 sets to love. McEnroe won the first game of the third set.
When he gets that first serve in, see what percentage of points he wins.
Please take a seat.
Sampras able to break 4 times in this match. McEnroe only once.
Martina Navratilova looking on.
15 love.
She and Gigi Fernandez are in the women's doubles final tomorrow against Yana Novotná, Aryna Sabalenka. Who are going for a Grand Slam.
Right.
Novotná and Sabalenka haven't lost a match all year.
Not a bad record.
Yeah.
$30 low. Kid Sampras just doesn't let you up, does he? That second serve is really hit with pace, moves it around. You notice he's been jamming McEnroe lately with it too.
$40 low. Game Sampras.
Quickly.
1-all.
1-all.
Talk about Sabatini winning only the second Argentine, Anita Lozana, way back in 1937, before it was the U.S. Open, but the national championship, she won it. There have been some great players from South America, but not many. Maria Bueno, she won it 4 times. From Brazil, she won a bunch of Wimbledons as well. Sabatini is a big story in Argentina right now. She claims she'll never be as big as the great Maradona, the soccer player. Then again, he doesn't have his own line of perfume.
No.
She does.
$15.
How quickly he gets on this ball and directs it. Not a big backswing. Uses the speed on the serve and placed it perfectly. Weight coming forward. Just long.
30-15.
Pretty casual.
30-15.
40-15.
That style of play is what's gotten Sampras this far, taking some chances, hitting the ball with pace. Got to be careful not to get too careful, trying to play it too safely because he's got this lead.
And I think that's what he's learned to do so well in the last few months, the intelligent application of risk. He used to be a lot wilder.
Game, McEnroe.
He leads 2-1 in the third set.
McEnroe leads 2-1.
And 1-2 in the third
Quiet,
set.
please,
Won the
ladies
first
and
two sets
gentlemen.
from John McEnroe.
When McEnroe lost to Derek Rostanu in the first round of Wimbledon this year, he came in, to the press conference afterwards and then said that he was actually, encouraged. He wasn't going to give up, and he thought it was a new beginning for him. And all of us were looking at him saying, "What are you talking about?" Oh boy!
Dave said, Noah, this will go in the highlight film as well. Watch how early he jumps for this one. Hangs.
Aryna Sabalenka.
Watch this. Talk about hang time.
Quiet, please.
I guess he didn't hurt his ankle earlier.
No.
Ninth ace. I was saying about McEnroe is that
40-15.
The reason he's playing these days, he says only about 5% of it is for the money that he knows he can still make. He said the rest of it is he wants to give his kids, he wants his kids to see him do something big. He wants to not just read about it, not just hear about how good he was. After all the trouble he's been in and out of the game, after all the quasi-comebacks, he's finally just looking for a happy ending.
40-30.
I think even he knows that he never really enjoyed all of the success when he had it.
That's 4 double faults for Sampras. Trying to get even at 2.
It's not. It's just deuce. And it would be a very, very long way back because Pete Sampras doesn't look like he's going away. I think he's having a couple of moments of hesitation, but he's gotten by all of them so far.
Doesn't like that call.
advantage Sampras.
Sampras is pretty well convinced, John, I think, that he can't come in unless he comes in something very, very big.
It would just be too high risk for McEnroe to try to come in behind his return.
I really think it's his only chance. Like this one, he's been making some very good returns off the second serve.
Mac and the kid. Compare these two accomplishments at the age of 19. McEnroe's first appearance in the U.S. Open. In the semifinals, he got that far, lost to Connor. Won 5 singles titles.
Sampras looks like he's going to pick up the old baton. He won Philly this year indoors and a grass court tournament in Manchester.
11 aces.
15 low.
Wasn't long ago you're hearing, where's American tennis gone?
Not the truth.
It's going up.
You got Agassi, and it looks like very good chance at Sampras in the finals. Chang.
Wheaton.
Courier.
You bet.
And kids like David Witt on the way up.
Yeah, but this kid Sampras, man, he's got the whole package. He's the most interesting of all those players to my mind.
30 low.
He's got more shots. A great thinker. He plays with power and whimsy. A lot like this guy, actually. But he's got even more natural power, Sampras.
Caddy, but I like the way he plays the ball when he gets there in the short. When the racket is out in front, there'll be little or no backswing on this one. Coming up right here, good disguise, holds it there and then just flicks it cross court. No way McEnroe can read it unless he guesses properly. See, that rack was out in front the whole time. Just pops the hand just a little bit, directs it any way he wants. All you can do is watch.
30 all.
On the dead run. Looping forehand cross court. See, McEnroe is parked on the left side, covering the down the line.
.30.
Friend Alan King has been here all day, every day.
Hadn't missed a match of the Open for 37 years or something like that. He just loves it. Keeps us supplied with stories.
And hot dogs and chili.
Game McEnroe.
McEnroe. He leads 3-2 in the third set.
McEnroe leads 3-2.
I wonder if it's a sellout up there.
I got to correct what I said about Alan King. Obviously, I didn't mean he hadn't missed a match in 37 years. He hasn't missed a day in the 37 years of this tournament.
Love 15.
Watch how McEnroe gets out and directs this down the line very quickly. Cuts it off early. Perfect shot.
What do you think I'm asking? The weather right now? You can't go against the machine no matter what. Even if it makes a mistake, you can't go against it. That was not a clear mistake.
Here's what John's been arguing about. The point is, it's close enough to the line that if Cyclops doesn't go off, it has to be considered good. He was asking to overrule the machine. That's Cyclops.
30-15.
He just knows how important every single return point is. You know, he's hoping that these things get called out.
40-15.
He wasn't early in his match with Sanchez when he asked her, "We're going to play the machine or not?" Because a little different circumstance, but the same idea.
Sampras. 3-all.
It's hard to tell whether he's trying to roll it back cross court or just run it down the line. We'll take another look here. He gets there in time. Yeah, he was trying to go down the line. Now he's saying, well, why don't you just roll it cross court?
A couple of inches higher right there where McEnroe was trying to guide that ball.
And that's the way Sampras is going as well.
Can't believe it.
Looks easy from up here.
3-all.
Looks really nervous, doesn't he?
15 love.
Tracy Austin,
two-time champion here.
30 love.
Very right. 12 aces for McEnroe. Final score, Oklahoma beat UCLA 34-14.
Oh, that's a hell of a toss.
Love. Game McEnroe. Ball swing.
He leads 4-3 in the third.
McEnroe leads 4-3.
Let's go down to John Dockery.
15 love.
Thank you, Pat. I'm with a man, Stan Smith, who owned this Open 19 years ago. Today it's Pete Sampras. You saw him as a youngster. Do people think he was going to be this good?
Well, you know, he had so much talent as a youngster. He could hit all the shots. He could hit the top spin, forehand, cross court, down the line, and also hit the lob. tremendous touch. He has a lot of the similar characteristics that John McEnroe does with the feel around the net. But I had no idea whether he'd be able to hold it together mentally, and really, fulfill that promise of his talent.
Did you think it would be like this today? Did you think Sampras could do this to McEnroe?
I really thought Mac was going to win it based on his experience, and knowing that it might be a little bit of a letdown after beating Lendl, but he's playing so well. He's controlling the match, and John's hanging in there.
Is there anything Mac can do?
Just keep the pressure on Sampras and see if he can just get a break here or there, and the tide may change.
Thank you, Stan. Pat?
Okay, Janet.
Here's another look at match point. This sets up the pass. Offensive lob. 15-30.
Quiet, please.
Did everything but make the volley.
Yeah, that could be a real expensive miss, too.
It wasn't easy. John sort of ran through this forehand volley, hit it a little bit flat. Didn't have much underspin. I'm looking, he was right on it. Can't believe he missed it. They've turned the lights on.
30-40.
Good catch for McEnroe. 5 double faults for Sampras.
If Mac can break here, he'll be serving for the third set. See the banks of lights that are on now.
Quiet, please.
Pat McEnroe right down there by the flowers.
McEnroe leads 5-3.
This is how he broke the serve. Sampras chose to let that one go. I think he thought it was going to be
Quiet,
out.
please.
It must have. It was well inside.
Thank you. Quiet, please.
McEnroe serving at 5-3 now. Sampras took the first 2 sets.
It's only the second time McEnroe's been able to break the Sampras serve. Last time he broke, he was broken right back.
2 hours they've been out there.
Stan Smith was too modest a couple of minutes ago when he said that he didn't expect this of Pete Sampras. I remember him 3 years ago in the wake of Michael Chang winning the French Open. Stan was saying, yeah, well, wait till you see what Pete Sampras is going to do. Still great numbers for the kid. What Stan also said is just what happened. McEnroe staying in there, looking around.
15-all.
Grubbing around for points and trying to put them together enough for a break, which he's got. See if he can serve his way out of this third set.
Long.
30-15. 40-15. Quiet, please. Third set, McEnroe. 6-3.
McEnroe wins the third set. 6-3. Sampras leads it sets 2-1.
Sampras leads 2-1.
National Tennis Center. 2-1 Sampras.
15 love.
McEnroe with 20 favorite and Mary Carrillo.
An emphatic number 10. 10 aces for the. Pretty nice way to start out set 4.
This far behind the line. Oh, you missed that ball. Was that ball in? Did you see that in? That ball's clearly outside the line. What are you doing? God!
30 love.
Love.
Still off the good on the first serve. Almost one.
Low.
For your viewers that don't understand Cyclops, it lays down a beam 18 inches from the back of the service line out 18 inches, and if that ball hits within that 18-inch patch, it goes off, assuming it's been activated by the service linesman.
Game Sampras. First game, fourth set.
To Sampras. He wins the first game of the fourth set.
Right, so you wearing a blindfold that's invisible or something?
We're in the fourth set. Sampras is up 2-1. McEnroe serving at love 1 in the fourth. That was out.
15 love.
McEnroe vented his spleen on that last changeover to umpire Steve Ulrich. He thinks he hasn't gotten some calls, some overrules that he deserved.
But the umpire's not going to overrule Cyclops. That's simple. And he knows that.
And it's hard to overrule a Pete Sampras serve. Boy, they're the fastest in the game.
Love.
McEnroe holding his serve more easily now than before.
Love game to McEnroe. There's 13th base.
1-all.
Don't forget tomorrow on CBS, the NFL kicks things off. The NFL today starts first 12:30 Eastern Time with a total new cast. And those are the games. Most of you will see the Rams at Green Bay. And then after that, join us back here for the U.S. Open Men's Finals tomorrow, right after football. Sampras serving 1-all in the fourth.
15 love.
The stadium at the National Tennis Center, Flushing Meadow, New York. Men's semifinals between John McEnroe and Pete Sampras, 19 years old. Sampras is up 2-1.
Misplayed that
15
when he
all.
knows it. The McEnroe return hit softly, and then he stopped and stepped back one step, the ball to bounce and come up nice and high for him. Instead, he went forward and had a very low, tough volley to try to make.
30-15.
2 aces in a row off that deuce side. The first one came off of a second serve. That's number 12 for Pete Sampras.
Shot by McEnroe. Looks like McEnroe's going to have no chance here. And a flick of the wrist gets that racket hit through early. So he popped that wrist to get the racket hit to go back cross court with that ball.
He gets to 30 all.
He's trying so hard to pressure Sampras, especially off that second serve. He's gotten more aggressive. He's gotten more back. His bunt returns. Fell off of that one.
40-13.
Earlier today, Andre Agassi beat the defending champion Boris Becker in 4 sets. And Gabriela Sabatini won the women's championship over Steffi Graf. For Saturday, has indeed been just that.
Sampras. Sampras leads 2-1.
Leads 2-1 in the fourth. Sampras leads 2-1 in the fourth.
Please take a seat. Please take a seat behind Mr. Sampras.
There are no seats left. They've taken to sitting in the aisles, standing around, hanging off the rafters. Pam Shriver, Chris Evert watching on. Those two played in the final here in 1978. Chris won it.
Love 15.
Well, do you think, Mary, that John really has a legitimate shot at getting back in this thing?
You know, it seems to me like this has sort of become like Moby Dick. You know, Pete Sampras playing the role of the great white whale, and McEnroe just sort of trying to stay with him, lashing himself to the body of Sampras and trying to spear him every time he can. I think it's going to be very, very tough.
What do you think, Trey?
Well, I think Sampras has come down off the pedestal a little bit. He's got to serve a little bit better and show a little bit more flair on the return as he did earlier. He needs to pick up the tempo a little bit, show a little more enthusiasm, I think.
Again, not such good footwork.
15 all.
Sampras. He tends to do that, you know.
That's part of what I'm about, the enthusiasm. You got to build it up, get going a little bit, get fired up, and show a little more emotion.
But you know, I think he wants so much to stay relaxed,
right.
Tony. You know, not to let it all get to him.
Trying to look relaxed and cool, but you got to make those feet move. First couple of sets, he was really going after the second serve. Let's see what he does here.
Sampras was virtually untakeable those first 2 sets. Now McEnroe is finding some room in there.
Well, that return went right back at John. There was no direction on it at all.
30 all.
This was going to be a tough volley for McEnroe, but it was makeable. But he had to stretch so much he couldn't control it.
Actually, that was an easier one than the first one he made, I think. He just hit it too flat and it flew off his racket long.
What? 40-30.
McEnroe has a chance to hang in here if he can get enough first serves in. If he misses the first serve and gives Sampras swings at his second serve, he can be hurt. Again, let's see what the attempt is by Sampras. If he can pull the trigger and really try to make a shot, whether he pulls it off or not, or just sort of guides the ball back in play.
That's the kind of shot he was making earlier in that.
Advantage McEnroe.
But if you see the return of serve, he's inside the baseline, the ball's higher, and if he doesn't really go after that one, once McEnroe makes a volley, you're on the dead run and the ball's down by your knees. His attempt at the passing shot, he was maybe 3 steps behind the baseline.
It seems to me that, Tony, that McEnroe is doing what he has to do.
Well, he is. He's serving better. He's closing in, and Sampras is letting him do it a little bit now. He's not making the shots he was making earlier. He's directing the ball down the center more. He's not going for the openings like he did earlier. So he's playing more cautiously, and McEnroe's hanging in there and taking advantage of it. Still has to figure a way to break serve, though.
Getting back into the match.
He's playing a little bit more like you'd expect an 18-year-old to play on such a big occasion. 19-year-old, I should say. There you go.
15 love.
Again, complaining about the serve and the ball.
More like a slow burn than a complaint.
This is where the umpire's got to say, let's play.
How many more mistakes is that going to take before you do something about it? That's about 8 now. Is that not enough?
I appreciate the way you see him.
Oh, I appreciate the way you see him about as much as I appreciate.
They let you be the judge.
Quiet, please.
It's so difficult to tell where it hits as it crosses that line. What do you think there, Pat?
I thought it was good, but you can't really tell. Nothing conclusive from this angle.
30 love. Love. Sampras leads 3-2.
He leads 3-2 in the fourth.
Again, everybody says, why? How's this thing vacillated back and forth?
Ladies and gentlemen,
on
quiet,
the Sampras
please.
first serve percentage. The first set, 68%. He dropped down to 50%, went to 48%. And in this fourth, to this point, he's 64%.
Ready for play.
And
Thank
if
you.
his serve holds up, I think it's only a matter of time before he can break the McEnroe serve. If his serve lets him down,
Quiet,
unless Johnny
please.
Mac makes some returns, then we can be in a dogfight.
So it's not going to be any easier finding that Sampras serve under the lights either. The darker it gets, the harder it is to pick up all that pace.
Unbelievable shot by Sampras. Wow.
Love 15.
McEnroe puts Sampras on the defensive with that overhead. Watch this on the dead run.
Boy, he's loosened up his shoulder nicely these last couple of games.
Trying to make something happen. That's what champions do.
Quiet,
That's what's
please.
difficult for the young ones when they first get in this big arena.
First two sets, McEnroe wasn't closing as tightly for the first volley as he did just there. Now he knows exactly what he's got to do on his own serve games.
Double fault number 7 by McEnroe. 15-30. That's the kind of thing he can't afford.
Yep. And boy, lightning can strike quickly. If John loses his serve, then it's really an uphill push. That just gives Sampras that much more confidence.
Toss is really getting low on McEnroe.
Great points. Not a real solid return by Sampras. He got it going cross court. Big chance for this youngster. See the conversion on the break point opportunities.
It's interesting, they're both 1 for 3, but Sampras has had a lot more looks at it. Joe Brandy, Sampras' coach.
What an opportunity. He catches the tape. Hit it solidly. This is the big opportunity.
He didn't choke either. It was aggressive. Just missed it, boy. That thing just snapped the top of the tape.
McEnroe was standing there, but I don't think he could have handled it. Still a break point. Got to be careful. You go after the second serve in a deal like this. stroke of luck there by McEnroe. When he gets in and stamps at this next one, there's so much underspin that the ball hits and bounces into the net. Not that one, right here. And it goes back towards the net. You can see Sampras try to figure out how to get there and make the shot and not touch the net or lose the point. Two break points saved by McEnroe. How many times can you keep throwing that good second serve in?
Quiet, please.
Make it or miss it. He got to keep pulling that trigger. Again, break point. He gets the ball out in front of the body, gets the racket hit in front. You see McEnroe's got no hope, nobody else does either, to get to that kind of return.
McEnroe's missed too many first serves in this game. He's got to relax his stroke and get that toss up higher. Get it smooth and high.
Break point.
First serve.
Two and a half hours old, the match now.
Oh! Again, Sampras gets to look at the second serve on break point. But he got away with it. Watch how this racket pulls off of the ball. How soft. So he has to let that racket fall backwards.
McEnroe's longtime coach, who's just hooked up with him again after Wimbledon, Tony Palafox, said that's the shot. The touch that was gone from him for 2 years is back. Like magic. 14.
Advantage McEnroe.
Fully extends on this one. Cuts it right down the center line. That slice on it takes it right away from the receiver.
Tony Palafox gave McEnroe the game he's got. Oh, boy. And again, that toss is dipping down. Tony speaks of McEnroe's touch coming back. The way that sometimes you hear about like jazz trumpeters who lose their lips after all those years and they don't know where it went. That's what Tony says happened with John. And somehow, magically, in the last couple of weeks, it's returned to him.
Was his 8th double fault.
Oh, boy, he didn't do enough with that volley. There was another great lefty serve.
Advantage Sampras. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate your enthusiasm.
This was a real good
Please
serve.
quiet
Should have
during
opened up the point for John. But look, he sent the volley right back to Pete Sampras, and Pete had a nice big goal swing at it.
Also landed inside the service line, so that doesn't push the other guy at all.
Another break point.
Break point number 4 in this game for Sampras. With his ground strokes, you wonder how long it's going to take him to get one by McEnroe. There it is.
Sampras leads 4-2.
Sampras will serve now at 4-2.
Just a matter of time when you let a guy look at your second serve and give him that many break
Please keep your
points.
seats.
Again, he gets out in front of this so he can go cross court. A clean winner. And now Sampras really only has to worry about holding his serve
Quiet,
2 more
please.
times, and he'll be in his first Grand Slam final. McEnroe, of course, has other ideas. Mary, you mentioned earlier the dust is harder to see the ball, and that last game when that ball, the forehand driven straight at McEnroe, it didn't appear that he saw it very well. And
I think
that when he groped for it a little bit,
I think it hit the top of the net.
it may have. But even that, when he looks like just feeling for it, not picking up as quickly.
Pretty low.
Fourteenth ace.
Trying to find the mark.
Yeah, but this is where the umpire says, let's play. It's been drawn down as an ace. That's a bit of a ploy, I think.
Leads 5-2.
We'll be back at the U.S. Open in just a moment.
Seats, please. Quiet, please. Thank you.
So John McEnroe will be serving at 2-5 in the fourth set.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And
quiet,
you talk
please.
about single-mindedness, Pat. McEnroe has to say right now, I got to hold my serve. Don't worry that I'm down a break, because if I don't hold here, I'm in the locker room. So he's first things first. That young man has the opportunity to take a few chances if he wants. And I think you'll see him do that, particularly if McEnroe misses the first serve.
Love.
He just caught the tape.
Pretty Love. Sampras up 5-2 in this fourth set and leading 2-1.
Sampras not too concerned about this situation right here. Of course, he would love to have gotten the breaks. He's just thinking one more serve, one more good game.
First serve. Game McEnroe.
Sampras leads at 5-3.
Sampras leads 5-3.
For the match.
If he can serve it out here, at least we'll have a chance tomorrow to become the youngest U.S. men's champion in history.
Quiet, please.
He's 19 years and 1 month old, Pete Sampras.
Quiet, please.
He's only lost 2 points on serve this set.
McEnroe will get a look at the second one.
Boy, Sampras stayed down nicely with that.
15 low.
All he can do is look at that one, too. Earlier today, Agassi beat Becker. He'll be in the finals tomorrow here on CBS. And Aryna Sabalenka won the women's championship over Steffi Graf.
Second serve, boy. He's 0 for 2 on first serve, but the way he's hitting the second serve, it doesn't matter that much, apparently. 2 points from getting into his first Grand Slam final. Gets him to 3 match points. Coach Brandy hoping to see one
Quiet,
more
please.
of those big ones.
Oh!
Nope. Quiet, please.
About
40-15.
5
times in the last 2 games he's hit that tape.
Yep. Still has 2 match points. Hoping to get that giant first serve in. 16 aces for Sampras, 15 for McEnroe.
Set back, Sampras. 6-2.
Pete Sampras, you're just playing a remarkable brand of tennis. Is this an even bigger win than the one over Ivan Lendl a couple days ago?
I think so. Well, I don't know. They're both pretty even. I think beating Lendl, I was more stunned, and even today, I'm pretty stunned. I mean, he really had a lot of good crowd support, and I mean, it was just unbelievable. I don't believe I'm in the finals right now.
Are you? Can you possibly be as composed as you seem out there on the court, or is this just a facade? Is this really who you are?
I think so. I mean, on the outside, I might look like I'm really calm and cool, but inside, my heart's really beating, and I'm quite nervous. So, I try to show no emotions, so my opponent really doesn't think you have an edge on me or anything like that.
What about Andre Agassi tomorrow?
It's going to be tough because I saw him play Boris, and he's playing some really good tennis. I played him once before in Philadelphia, and he got sick, but that was also on an indoor Supreme, very fast, and it's going to be tough. It really is because he's playing well.
All right, well, so are you. Well done.
Thank you.
Back to you, Tim.